Well, good morning. So I've just arrived in the Blue Mountains. It's 6:30 in the morning. When I grew up in Scotland, of course, we would call this a pea super. It's really thick, misty fog at the moment, and we're here to shoot a waterfall. So there's been a bit of water around, which is great, of course, if you're going to shoot waterfalls. I'm just hoping that we can actually see the waterfall. The great thing about mist is in the shots, it'll give quite a lot of mood to the shot as well. If we can get some nice light in amongst the mist, and if we can actually see the waterfall, of course, as well. So quite excited to be down here because the track down to this particular waterfall has been closed for several months. I think there's a bit of track damage that went on through a lot of rain that happened in the area several months ago. So it's just been recently reopened again. So really interested to get down because this waterfall looks really photogenic in some of the shots I've seen. I've seen a couple of shots of this waterfall and it looks very, very pretty. So hopefully we get a little bit of clearance with the mist and the fog, a little bit of light in there, and basically perfect conditions is what we're asking for. So let's see how we go. Brought the boots. I've brought spikes with me because I hear it's pretty slippery down the bottom there, so we'll get the spikes on one, so I'll just carry them down with me, and we'll get them togged up and ready to go. Let's go. Okay, so this morning we are back in the Blue Mountains, west of Sydney. I left Sydney at about 5 in the morning, drove for about an hour and a half out west, out towards Katoomba here. This is the sort of condition of the path. Very, very impressed. The national parks people do an amazing job of the upkeep in these parks, in these areas. You got to forgive my shaky footage here. I'm juggling tripods, camera bags, and a video camera, so forgive my shaky footage. Anyway, I just want to let you see the some of the views and some of these amazing sights that you'll see on the way down to these falls. We came around this corner and there's this enormous overhang or a cave right on the main path there. Probably great for a photo just by itself without heading any further, but further we went, lots and lots of steps. It was obviously pretty wet, so there's been a lot of rain around. There was still a lot of mist and a lot of fog around, but the steps just kept going down. Where there was no other method of path, the national parks people had put in metal steps. This is getting pretty close to the falls now. We're still heading downhill, but the atmospherics here was just amazing, with some of the mist still holding in the trees and some of these ferns and mossy covered rocks. And then we came across this.
Well, hi. So finally we made it to the bottom of the falls. Spray everywhere. It's absolutely spectacular. There's plenty of water. I don't even know if you can hear me properly. I've got my microphone as close as I can. A lot of spray, so you got to spray and wipe the lens here. What I've done is now in front of the video camera here, you've got this log which you can't see the shot I'm taking as well, because I've had to put you in a fairly safe place. I'm standing on a very, very slippery, mossy covered rock here, so thank goodness I brought spikes, because everything is like an ice rink. So I'll try not to fall in the falls. That'll be good for the blooper reel, yeah? So I've got a portrait shot here, and what I've done is I've set it up so that there's a very large fall at the back with some water coming down there. There's an intermediate shot here with a very nice cascading rock with water falling evenly over that rock, and then there's a nice river shot that's coming straight towards the camera, and I'm using that as my leading line into the frame. So my usual settings of a half second, f9, ISO 50. We've got just the perfect amount of light for that right now, and I may have to focus stack this because it's such a long way between this rock here in front of me and the main falls in the background. So we'll see, but I think we may have to take a couple of shots front and back here. So, okay, let's get this one in the bag, and we'll have a bit of a scout around, see if there's anything else while I try not to fall in the river. Check this one out. Hi again. Okay, so what we've done here is I've just moved forward a little and just off to the side slightly, because these little stairs that are carved in this rock face are just absolutely full of character. Lovely fern on the left. We've got this sort of weeping cascade of a rock in front of us as well. The big falls in the background, which are not really part of this shot, but they're filling in the background anyway. And just light and shade, contrast, it's got everything to this shot. So again, I'm at 0.6 of a second, f7.1. Got this lovely log that's wet and leading us into the line as well. And I've got the waterfall coming down here, kind of splitting up around a rock and just looking sensational. Anyway, let's see if we can get this one. Check this one out. All right, so now I've moved right down in front of the falls here. Very, very slippery rock and a big drop off right behind me. So what I'm trying to do here is just get a little close up of these steps and the fern on the left of the shot, this lovely cascade in front of me here, and a little bit of these rapids coming down through the rocks here in the center of the frame. A little bit of green moss around. It's just absolutely sensational. So let's see if we can get this one in the bag, and we're going to have a look around and see what else is here. Check this one out. Let's go. All right, so we've come up to a little bit more of an elevated position here, and you can see this gorgeous little fern right in front of me here, and the rocks have got these steps carved into the rock here. So what I'm trying to do is make that the sort of feature of this shot. Beautiful cascade behind it, but what I hadn't seen previously was just above the cascade up in this area here, you can see how the falls are coming off this huge fall at the top there, down the main wall, and then it's cascading down the river and then falling into this cascade in front of me. So I'm trying to just compose, so we have, this is our feature, and sort of levels of waterfall behind it. It looks amazing. I love all these mossy green rocks, as you know. So we're going to try this at maybe a couple of different shutter speeds. We've got quite a bright sky up top here, so I may end up putting a grad on this, but we'll try the shot first without the grad and see how it looks. I've spun my polarizer as well to try and get a lot of the reflections off these rocks, because I want to get that texture in the sort of darker rock there. If you want to see a good video of the difference in polarization, I've done one of these before, so I'll put the link up here so you can see that video. Anyway, okay, let's get this shot, check this one out, and then we'll keep going and see if there's anything else here. Check this one out. Okay, well that's it. We are done for the day. Absolutely sensational. What a waterfall. A long way down to get here, a lot of steps, but absolutely worth every step of the way. I do recommend that you don't bring your 780-200 and a camera bag full of gear. You don't need it. It's probably a 16-35 type of shot here. So that's going to help you when you climb 600 steps back up again, trust me. Bring your spikes. It's very slippery on some of these rocks. I do look forward to coming back when there's a little bit more green mossy rock around. but it's absolutely spectacular. There's a few different shots, as you saw, but a couple of the main shots here are worth every step of the way. So if you like the shots, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. Actually, incidentally, I was looking at some of the analytics on YouTube in terms of who's watching the channel, and YouTube actually informed me that more than half the people that watch the videos are still not subscribed to the channel. Now, if you're not subscribed, I've got good news for you. It's free. If you want to subscribe, click the subscribe button, ring the bell, and it really helps out the channel. Anyway, we're done for the day. Thumbs up, subscribe, do all that. We're heading off for coffee. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.